Hi. It's kind of late-ish at night. It's like 9 o'clock, and I was at home with a lot of energy because I ate a bunch of sugary shit earlier because I was gonna go skate with my friend Adam, and then Adam had to leave, so we only skated for a little bit. But I ate a bunch of sugary shit, skated for like half an hour, and then went home. So now I've still got all this energy. So I'm gonna go skating. And I figured since I'm just gonna go fuck around by myself somewhere, I may as well try to do a trick tip thing that I said that I was gonna do. Yeah, I think I'll probably start out with something real stupid and simple like a kickflip, and no one's gonna give a shit about watching it because 98% of the people that are gonna watch this can already do a kickflip. But fuck you all, because there's cunts out there that can't do a fucking kickflip, or they think they can do a kickflip and their kickflips are actually fucking shit. So I'm gonna try to teach you how to do a proper one, but in saying that, what works for me and how my kickflips are might not work for someone else, and you might send me a message later and be like, dude, that kickflip is not how I kickflip and mine are fucking way better than yours, so fuck you. And in that case, I don't really care. I'm just trying to throw some tips to you for a bit, talk like about what helps me and what makes it work for me. Yeah, so let's kick it off. One good thing too about doing it like this, like in my stories, I feel like, is that it breaks it into 15-second like segments. So if you and your friends are trying to like learn a trick together, you know, there might be a part in it where you're like, oh, I really like how this part of the tip helped me figure out how to lean this way, and you can share like just the 15-second segment of it. You don't have to share a link and be like, hey, scroll through to this bit and maybe blah blah blah. But yeah, and then I'll pin these fucking things to my page or something, to the highlights, so you can come back and watch them whenever. So I just got to my little flat grindy zone that I'm gonna skate in, and I'm realizing that I've got brand new shoes, like absolutely brand new shoes, and a brand new board with brand new grip, which isn't necessarily the best scenario for trying to learn or practice or do flip tricks with. I mean, some people love it, but me personally, I like fresh grip is nice, but I want my shoes to be pretty broken in. Otherwise, it just ends up with like a little bit too much of a grab on the foot, and you'll end up like dolphin flipping and kicking your board 20 feet away from yourself and stuff like that. But I'm sure I'll be able to muscle my way through. That being said, one of the most important things to skating well, I think, is being happy with your board. So when you have like a really cool graphic with like cool stickers or no stickers even, or like cool shit written on your grip, whatever gets you hyped, just that positive feeling of how cool your shit is, I think really helps you skate. And right now I'm pretty stoked on my board. I'll show you. It's this one here. It's got like this cool Spitfire sticker on the nose, which is like, yeah, it's cool. So I'm into that. So that's kind of that's going to be a big thing for me tonight. I think I'm going to enjoy this board. Now I'm old. Not actually old, but like 31, and I've been skating for most of my life, so my body's absolutely fucked. So before I skate, I always like to get a little bit of a stretch going. So that's what I'm doing now. This is a pretty half-assed, weak fucking stretch, honestly. I just sit here and I kind of pretend like I'm going to grab my toes a little bit. You can feel it in the back here. I'm not a super flexible guy. I used to be, not anymore. I think if I needed the flexibility, I could still bust it out, you know, like giving myself a reach around and stuff like that. Like, I got it, it's in the bag. But that being said, I take it pretty easy on the warm-up stretching. Down to my toes, give it a bit of this one. Just a little bit of limbering, you know. With this trick tip thing, I like the idea of not just telling you how to do a trick, but I'm going to try and do a couple. And then I'll maybe go I could be fucked because it's like fucking, you know, 9:30 at night right now. But like, wouldn't mind finding like some stairs or something. Just go fucking throw a kickflip down at the end of the night. But that could be just some high hopes, honestly. We'll see what happens later, eh? Oh, do a bit of this one. Some old people shit. This one is. I should get into Tai Chi. I feel like that's some old people shit too. It's like this but slower. I don't even know this. Yeah, whatever. Kickflips, eh? Alright, so to warm up I really enjoy kind of just pushing around. But yeah, just pushing around, like I like to push kind of fast. It really just gets like this leg nice and warm. Another fun thing to do is slappies. So maybe I'll throw a few slappies in first. That'll do. Alright, slappies were good. May as well try and do some flip kickers now. I don't know, I'll probably just slow-mo some or something and you can have a fucking look. I already told you where to put your feet. Beyond this, I'll talk you through it as I'm doing it, I guess. But yeah. Alright. So some pretty basic shit when you're flipping. You want to always have your weight over your front foot. I have all my weight on my front foot riding in. Back foot's back here, kind of. No leaning back on it. You just want to have it ready to spring. All your weight and your controls in your front foot. And then as you go to pop, you want to get a good snap and ollie. Be leaning forward. I like to have my weight forward on them. Because if you lean back, you're going to like flick this way too much as you pop, and it's going to keep your kickflips like this. Which, I mean, if you can land them like that and that's how you want them, fucking good for you, but that's not how I want them. I want mine to be like this, like, not fucking crazy, just flat or like a little bit of this action, you know? And I'm really happy about it. One of the biggest problems people have, I said before, is they have their foot back here. And then no matter how much you lean over the front, you're gonna go, and it's gonna be a fucking shit kick. It's gonna rock it, it's gonna flick too funny, and like you're not gonna have any control of a kickflip standing like this. You can't even fucking stand on a board properly like this. All skateboarding tricks are easier moving than standing still. It's like a huge misconception. When you're a kid, you're like, oh, I want to learn it standing still in the grass. It's gonna take you like fucking months to learn how to kickflip in grass. So fuck your grass off, just go eat shit a few times. Fuck it, it's worth it. It'll speed up the learning process. Pop, think about it like an ollie. Drag the foot up a little, and then as it starts to level out, fucking hit that flick. Like, you don't want to flick too soon, because if you flick too soon, you miss it. You want to pop, start leveling, bang, kick. That's how you're going to get the fucking boom, bone. Alright? Another mistake a lot of people make when they're learning kickflips is they pop and go like this, and turn your body front side. Which I was guilty of as a kid. I learned fucking kickflip body varials first. Which I don't know how, because it's fucking impossible to do now. But I think it's a lot, because in your head you think you have to flick this way to the side to fucking get the board to flip, you know? But it's not. You kick like so off the front and barely to the side to do a kickflip. Like, I can't stress how straight your body should stay. Like, don't think about turning like this at all. Try to keep it straight. Head down, head over the front leg, weight over the front leg. You should be good. One other fun thing, when you flick your kickflip, it's nice to try to leave your foot out there for a second. Don't bring it back too quick, otherwise you're going to end up with these really ugly looking things with your feet together. Flick it out there, you can leave this thing out and wait. If anything goes wrong, just put it to the side, put it on the ground, put the board down with your back foot, like this, you know, keep it out of the way. That way, you know, like you're popping, you can just do this. Just think about keeping the foot out there. For these kick flips, for me at least, I like to have my front foot pretty far up on the bolts, like up near here somewhere. Like you're almost touching up here, see this? These little bolts here. Anywhere around this little zone kind of works for me most of the time. And I think this might be one of the biggest problems with people learning this trick, honestly. Because when your foot's up here, you really have to do like a proper off the front of the nose up here flick to get the board to flip. And that's a difficult thing to comprehend when you're first learning how to do them. And most people, when they're learning kick flips, they'll have their foot like down here somewhere. Which, I mean, it might get the job done. Like even anywhere on this edge, like it'll get the board to roll, it'll flip, but you're not gonna have the control, or the board's not gonna flatten out the way you want it to when you flick when it's up here. Like you'll get like a lot of this like rolling motion, but it won't be. It's not gonna be pretty. And the back foot, I mean personally, I go pretty central back here somewhere on the tip of the tail. I know there's a lot of people that like, for some, I can't figure out why they do it, but they skate with their foot down near here, and they pop everything with their foot halfway on the tail. I feel like you're really limiting the amount of snap that you're going to get out of it when you're down here. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird thing. Alex Midler skates like that, which is really strange to me. But yeah, I go back. I'm right on the tip of the tail, trying to get as much out of this snap down as I can. I think that's kind of all I've got. Beyond that, I guess I just got to do some kick flips. I can't kickflip going slow, apparently. I'm pretty sick and tired of doing kickflips now. I did like fucking God knows how many, but apparently I'm really shit at them, because the second I want to film a flat ground kickflip, it takes me 15 tries to land one. I hope somehow it gave you some insight. If there's any other questions you have about them, just hit me up, I guess. You can DM me whenever. I reply to everyone. Unless you're just being a kook, which then I'll just block you. I don't really give a shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go maybe just drive around for a sec, see if I can find something in the streets to just do a quick kickflip down just for you guys. But if not, fucking go fuck yourself. Have a good night. Shouldn't have done the peace thing. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just trying to stay all hip and like, look, I'm young, peace. But yeah, I don't know. See ya. Fuck. bigger than I thought. Oh, fucking asshole, Jesus Christ.
Shop hundreds of specials at Macy's, plus thousands of new markdowns in-store and online.
On the curb.